reliability of PV modules during the panel discussion. So without further ado, let's get now straight into the panel with all the three presenters we have today: JA Solar's Francesco, Liuzza, Wolfgang Löhnert, and TUB SUD's Yan. They will discuss the status quo of TOPCon in terms of its technology, availability, and quality. The panel today will be moderated by my colleague and TaiyangNews Head of Technology, Shravan Chunduri. Shravan, the floor is yours.
Okay, thanks, Anu. So I think it was really nice summary about JA Solar's TOPCon technology, company presentation, background. So I welcome you back, Francesco and Wolfgang. Probably, Wolfgang, you also have to switch on your camera. And also, Junsen. Okay, thanks. Welcome back. Taking this title of the webinar as the lead, which is like TOPCon, the new state of the art. TOPCon has indeed become the state of the art for basically all expansions. So the leading PV manufacturers are heavily investing into TOPCon. JA Solar, of course, is on the forefront. So we have seen in Wolfgang's presentation that JA Solar is now having a close to 90 gigawatt of capacity, or at least planning to reach this number by end of this year. I would like to know how much of this capacity is going to be translated into the production and deployment this year and also next year. A little forecast for the next year also. Wolfgang, you want to start?
Yes, sure. Well, capacity increase, that's across the industry. If you do not increase, you're not playing with the market situation, and for the upcoming consolidation that we see. So it's very important also to upscale the capacities. In terms of the worldwide market, we see next year the market will be around 400 giga. If we see that JA Solar is having internally that we have a target of 20% market share, that would round up to 80 giga. Out of that 80 giga, then seeing our internal share of TOPCon, of N-type and P-type. So I have to be sensitive, or it's a delicate issue talking about those numbers as a stock listed company. Okay. But roughly the idea would be around 60 giga and in TOPCon next year.
And so this year, can you say something for this year?
Well, this year, the first figures what we had in the first half year, we have done so far by 24 gigawatt, which does mean there was an increase of 43% in relationship to first half of 2022. And also we could increase the benefit, the net profit to about $660 million. So on this we are on a very good way. Next year overall target will be, well, I trust I was a little too pushy with the 60 gigawatt, but 60 to 70 gigawatt by the end of 2024. That would be a fabulous result for JA Solar.
So, can you also reflect a little bit about the whole industry? So where do you think it's kind of going? So, for example, we have the ITR PV numbers. I think, according to ITR PV, TOPCon would reach a maximum of 60% in the next 10 years. So if you look at the current fast pace, what is your take? The general industry, your opinion?
Well, it would be the 60%. That would be kind of like reflecting what is also the production share within JA Solar, no? But with still with P-type and N-type. So we do not think or we are not convinced yet that we have to shift 100% from our production from P-type to N-type. So that is what not going to happen. So there's still, we see demand and there's still market for a certain percentage of P-type. That is why also the shifting from P to N-type is cost intensive. So, and right now with the market situation, with oversupply and so on, you also want to be a reliable partner for the future. So, and also we have seen it with Francesco's presentation, there's also upcoming technologies which everybody and also JA Solar is already investing. So right now, or for the short and midterm, we do see TOPCon. Yes, that is the technology that will be leading the industry. But you have seen slides, and there is new technologies on the horizon, and well, our industry, whatever is continuously in our industries, there's drastic changes. Short-term changes, ups and downs. So in 2 or 3 years, maybe TOPCon could already be outdated. So with every investment, you also going back to this conservative part of JA Solar, you want to do it with your resources. And in our sense, we strongly believe that we are on a very good way with that mix, keeping certain production, 30% P-type, and ramping up TOPCon with about 60-70% on N-type.
Okay. So one more question on your presentation. You know, in one of your slides, you showed that JA Solar has exactly the same capacity all along the value chain. So at least the ingot wafer cell, it's really the same, like 85 gigawatt. That's what you showed. So, you know, what is the reason for that, and how important is this vertical integration, you know, in terms of quality, and did it really help in transition from PERC to TOPCon?
Yeah, well, maybe I take some words and then also let Francesco step in. But
okay,
what we in general is you have the full quality control. That is just if you have it from the start, from the beginning, it's in-house, you fully control the quality. Of course, there's in-house or whatever components. Nobody in the industry is self-sufficient. You have to apply or buy materials, source materials. You have incoming control check and so on. That's also without any issue. But again, if you have it from especially when it comes to the cell, cell is coming, wafer ingot going down there. If you have this, you have the 100% full control in-house. And that is what we really can promote, or where we have success in the market outside, that the market also is reflecting on this, recognizing this, and giving us it's an argument for us to be in that strong position in the industry.
So will you keep this strategy on, like keeping exactly the same quantities all along the value chain?
As long as we are financially able to do so, yes. Again, in that line, in that slide, the cheapest thing in that sense is to establish a module line.
Right.
So that is where you can source and you put it in place. But whatever goes further upstream, so that is cost intensive. But JA Solar with the AAA rating, as mentioned, we keep this up. Yes, we try to keep this up as much as we can.
Okay, so maybe some questions to Francesco. You know, there are several TOPCon producers, So what are the key differentiators of JA Solar cell and module technology? Probably you highlighted a little bit, but I think it's also got a little bit diluted in this entire big presentation. So I just want to hear it from you specifically.
Yeah, for sure. What JA is adding to the TOPCon new technologies chain is the proof of reliability and quality on products, starting from the lingot. So that's why we can control the quality from the beginning and traceability for our customers, and for sure we can control the quality. And we were one of the first companies starting TOPCon production. And also starting reliability test on those models. So we have reports on triple IC and extended stress test that was started since the beginning of the first generation of TOPCon. So TOPCon is a new technology. Some comments in the chat is showing that asking something regarding the quality, how we can declare such degradation and so on. For sure, we started from R&D level at the beginning, so in 2020, then 2021, with the first announcement of the first production in 2022, and then we continued this process. Now we are living the second generation, adding more value on this product, and we will continue this process. So that's why JA is the best partner in order to go through this new development of technologies, not only on TOPCon as I showed, but also on new technologies in the midterm future.
Okay, so one more really unique thing about JA Solar is this new wafer format. So it is not aggressive as it was in past, but I think now again leading module makers are coming up with this new wafer formats, and JA adapted for 182 by 199 wafer format. So what's the reason for that? I think there were also a lot of questions in the chat, like what are the advantages at the cell and module and ingot wafer? Can you throw some light on this?
Yeah, absolutely. This is our strategy, and this strategy was developed starting from the industry target to have different wafer size and different combination in order to produce different model size. So it's confusing right now if you see the scenario of the dimension of wafer used in the market. So you don't know exactly what kind of wafer is inside your models. In the past, were very clear. We were coming from the square cells in different dimensions. Now, all the PV manufacturers are trying to improve their cost and also quality and adoption of new models production. And I think that JA is providing an overall solution to this industry new standard, starting from one format that can be combined in different configuration for models. So it's not, and this is something that we can easily implement in our production lines, starting from the lingots and saving cost, and also in order to reduce cost on models at the end.
Okay. So, one particular outcome of this having this relatively unique wafer size is, as you have shown in your presentation, you can practically generate 4 or 5 different module sizes. So actually, does the market really needs modules of so many different dimensions? So I think you have one module dimension, and then there is very little gap between the 2 power classes of the module. So does the market really need such a variety of modules in different dimensions, or it is just not to have another Me Too product? So, companies are trying to invent new dimensions. Just some input on that would be really great.
Yeah, I think this wide portfolio is coming from the market demands. So it's not only a strategy in order to have I mean, a Me Too product is not JEA strategy. Market now is more strict on every kind of requirement. So for sure, higher peak powers, higher reliability, auditing on factories during the production lines, and so on. And in terms of utility, we are living a transition time also. So we are coming from sizes that were used a lot in the last 2-3 years. And so some projects that I mentioned are still with those dimensions. And so we have, I mean, demands from the market also for projects that will be realized in next year to use the old 2 meter and 27 millimeter. So, and sometimes this indication is mandatory, and we cannot force customers to use a different model size in order to improve only the peak power. So we are keeping I mean, the previous design concept with the new stealth wafers, but at the same time we are offering a different solution for the utilities that the market is really demanding, especially when you are comparing projects with tracker system or fixed tilt structures, where sometimes the target is to have the highest peak power models, or to keep reliability on mechanical loads, especially in windy areas or snowy areas. And that's why we are proposing different kind of models. So there is no one dimension, one type of demand from the market. So we are really seeing that market is requiring this wide portfolio, and JEA is trying to cover all the options.
So I think let's also involve a little bit Yunzhen here. So Yunzhen, a few questions to you. So what is the impact of different module sizes on reliability? And actually, is there a correlation between the module size and reliability?
Yeah, actually, when we're talking about reliability, we always consider the power output and also the temperature when model operates. So with the larger size, actually, the model can produce more power. That means higher current. And the problem of the higher current is that the components such as diode and cables, the safety current for this should be increased. And also with the higher current, the model operating temperature will increase. That will lead to some thermal problem. And also with the increase of the model size, here comes the problem of the mechanical stress. As usual, because we are reducing the cost in our industry, not only the cost, I should say the production cost in our industry. So it's not only increase the size of the model, also the thickness of the seal. These combined together would lead to some reliability of the mechanical load problem when we do some tests. So actually, if you need to define some correlations between size and reliability, I would say 2 points. First, the current output, the temperature that you need to consider about. And these actually can optimize by design the model electrical circuit with a better electrical circuit design. Actually, this problem can be solved properly. And also the risk of hotspot will be reduced with a better circuit. And with the mechanical load, then it should be pay more attention to this. Yeah, that's all. Oh, sorry, because my
no, I was muted.
Okay.
That's all right. So, you know, what are the common failures and important steps to design a reliable TOPCon module? So the failure mechanisms that are really specific to TOPCon, and how to address them?
Actually, many TOPCon production lines are updated from PERC, from the side, from the view of production. Many failure already have been regulated on the PERC time. So actually, the challenge is how to achieve the required, how to achieve the safety, how to balance the safety and the model efficiency. Because if you need to design the required model according to the safety standards, so the isolation against electrical shock based on the IEC standards, the safety distance should be increased because you have right now the higher power output and higher current. But when you increase this distance, the module size also increase, which will drop actually the efficiency. So that's always the problem and some challenge for the TOPCon time.
And, now the industry is really massively shifting to the glass structure. So do you see any larger reduction in module failures due to this? If not, so what is generally missing that is specific to TOPCon or even with glass?
Yeah, with the glass, actually, glass construction helps a lot against the environmental stress, such as humidity, because backsheet can deteriorate or fading during the time, but the glass are more stable, as shown in many experience. There is a point we need to take some consideration because glass model, these are bifacial models. That means more power output, the efficiency, and is also higher than back to the previous points that I have mentioned. That is again the safety problem and also the temperature problem that will lead to the problem of reliability.
Okay, so then one last question to you. So do you see any increased interest from the module makers in this eco design, which is one larger part of your presentation?
Yeah, because these regulations are put into progress a lot right now. So actually, some of our clients already started to prepare some tests in this field, because these are not only show the product's reliability, it's also show their responsibility for the environment and also for the social. I think in the future, because we still have a large capacity for the PV module installation, so this product will have a large potential possibility that will influence if will have impact on the environment. So it is worth to consider this.
So I think I would like to have one closing remark from team of JA Solar. Now we talked about TOPCon, the high efficiency module, then there is also the reliability, sustainability, eco design. So implementing all this into one product is what you are trying to do. So what does it actually mean in terms of implementation of all this into the cost and price of your module? So can you just give some remarks on that?
It is difficult to put it in a certain value.
Okay.
What is the industry doing in that sense? It will pay off. Whatever investment the company is doing in this social responsibility, sustainability, and so on, going towards that direction. In the end, it's all to our benefit. So it's not only if it's JA Solar that we are more profitable or less, it's the entire industry, not only our industry, but the entire world, taking it philosophically, we have to go into that direction. So, and who then more than us, being a product, being active in renewable energy, being on the fire front, being first of line, demonstrating that investment in such a production, in the full green supply chain, is beneficial to humanity. So and therefore there is some extra cost, yes, but in the end, this cost is minor to the gain that we are getting with not only producing with our products clean energy, but also having them already produced in a clean way.
Right. I think that's a very great remark. Thanks a lot for very great insights. Again, Wolfgang, Francesco, and Yunzen. Thank you very much.
Thank you for giving us the platform. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now this is the end of the panel discussion. So I would like to hand over the session to you, Anu.
Thank you, Shravan, and thanks again to all our panelists who joined our special focus webinar on TOPCon Solar Technology, exclusively sponsored by JA Solar. Before we end today's session, let me quickly remind you that all TaiyangNews' latest solar PV technology reports, as well as market surveys, are available for free download on our website under the report segment. Also, I'm happy to share that in the coming days, we'll be launching our new report on floating solar technology on our website. So do stay tuned for that. And in today's session, we touched upon the reliability factor of solar PV modules. Now we shall delve into it deeply during our upcoming Reliable PV Module Design Conference just 10 days from now on to October 26, 2023. So if you haven't already registered for that, please do go ahead and sign up for the virtual conference. The registration can be done freely on our website. And with that, we end today's special focus webinar, and we will see you all on October 26, 2023. Till then, keep reading TaiyangNews. Thank you all for your time today.